Inner and outer diameter of a jump ring. The outer diameter of a jump ring is measured by the outside. The inner diameter of a jump ring is measured by the hole which all things must flow through. That guy right there is the inside diameter that you want to measure. How do you determine the inside diameter of a jump ring? Outside diameter is measured with a caliper just like this. If I grab this guy in here and I squeeze those closed, you can see that he is a 10 millimeter outer diameter. Inner diameter is the most important part when choosing a jump ring to do a job with, and this is how you measure that. It is determined by the mandrel size that the jump ring is wrapped on. This is a mandrel. This happens to be a metal one. It's about 5 millimeters in circumference. This is a knitting needle. Anything round makes a great mandrel. This is one that I purchased from a craft store here in town. It's graduated. It comes in a set from 1 millimeter, this very tiny top one, to this great big large one, 10 millimeter, right there, and all sizes in between. Before you see a selection of different sizes of jump rings. To determine the inner diameter, I'm going to pick up the big one so you can really see what I'm doing, and I'm going to put him on this mandrel. And I'm going to slip him right over there, and then we're going to see how far he goes down. Oh, he doesn't go very far down. So, I know that this section of the mandrel, right there, is 5 millimeter. So, this jump ring is an inner diameter of 5 millimeters. When you buy manufactured jump rings, I can't stress enough that it's really important to measure the inside of the jump ring against a mandrel for the project that you're doing. This is an 8 millimeter, reads the package. It's a gunmetal jump ring. It's also manufactured. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the aluminum jump ring to see what its inner diameter is. I'm going to pop him on this large mandrel again and slide him down. And again, this 20 gauge manufactured wire jump ring is really a 5 millimeter interior diameter jump ring. The gold copper one I spun myself. I happen to know it fits on a 3 millimeter. The next one is silver. It's also been manufactured, and the packaging says a 6 millimeter. So we will pick that up on the mandrel and we'll measure that as well. I'm going to slide him on down and keep going until he stops, which he stops at the 3 millimeter portion of this mandrel. So I know this has a 3 millimeter interior or inside diameter, and I can use him for those projects. And this one I wove on this US size 2 knitting needle. He is really tiny, and I use it for what my friend has termed micro mail, and I make bracelets and earrings out of these guys. And as I said before, anything round can really be used as a mandrel. You can even get oval and square shapes. They do sell those in craft stores, which would make some pretty interesting mail or links for a necklace. Why is interior diameter important? Because if you get it wrong, your pattern will be wrong, and there's nothing worse than an incorrect chainmail pattern. This was woven with these 10 millimeter aluminum jump rings in different colors so I could illustrate what I meant by the wrong interior diameter. I've used different colors for all of them so you could really see how they sit. This is supposed to be a Celtic knot pattern, and as you can see, it really doesn't form anything but this kind of messy triangle. These jump rings float over these jump rings, which is not what they should be doing. If you turn it over here, you see again that these jump rings, connecting them all together, float over this other pair of jump rings, and that's not what should be happening. And I'm not going to be able to make them sit properly, but suffice it to say that they should be right next to each other within the jump ring, kind of like these guys are sitting right there. So That's why interior or inside or inner diameter is important. So your male patterns lay appropriately and they match your chain and your clasps. And thanks for watching.